everyone, and if you don't know me yet, my name is Mrs. B and I have created the Artlife YouTube channel for you to come here and get inspired to create some art wherever you are. Now today's lesson is really awesome because it combines two subjects. Not only you're doing some art, but you're getting inspired by some sound and some music that I'll be playing for you. Now this task is more so about the process rather than the product. So even though this is what my product looks like, I learnt so much during the lesson because I listened to the sounds, I drew what inspired me by the music that I was hearing, and I developed an artwork that's quite abstract and interesting, and then I coloured it in for relaxation purposes really and enjoyed the whole process. So come with me today and get a piece of paper and a pen ready to get inspired by music to create art. Don't forget to subscribe below and ring the bell because I'll be offering you heaps of fantastic art lessons in the future.
For today's drawing lesson, we are going to use the benefits of my favourite subject, art, and also consider another subject. They're both very creative, and today we're going to create an artwork that sort of intertwines them both. We're going to take influence from the music we hear to create a visual drawing of this music. So all you need today is a plain piece of paper. You also need a permanent marker, a fine liner, a pen, something to draw with. And if you have time or if you'd like to, maybe some colouring materials to add colour later. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw what we hear. As I said, that means that we need to listen carefully to the tempo of the music. So that means how slow or how fast it is, and try to consider what comes to mind when you hear these sounds. What image might represent the music? And then it's a matter of drawing it. Some of the music might be very slow, so you might find the lines become more wobbly like this. Some of the music might be really fast, so you might get a little bit more crazy with your drawing. Just listen to what you hear. You can watch what I do, but please don't feel like you need to copy what I do because this is my interpretation of the music that is heard. I'm giving you an example of what you can do, but I do encourage you to create your own visual artwork based on this 3.5 minutes of music that I'm going to play you. Now, whenever the music tempo changes or changes from a song to a different song, you'll hear this. That doorbell sound will just let you know that the music's about to change. Now this set of music and sound effects goes for about 3.5 minutes. And when it's at its end, you'll hear this. The double doorbell indicates that the music session is over and you can stop drawing. So there's no right or wrong with this task. It's literally just an exploration of two fantastic subjects. And I hope you really enjoy it. All right, here we go. Woo, I'm excited. Ooh, next one. Next one. Ooh. Oh, that was crazy. Ooh. Ooh. Crazy. All right, so let's recap on what I did and why I did it. Firstly, I think the music at the start was quite up and down, so that started me off in this kind of jaggedy line. And then the next one was very happy, almost felt like a party, so I felt like doing some swirls. And then there was another one that was almost like breaking news. And so I thought, oh, it made my heart beat really fast. So I did sort of some zigzags. Then the next really slow song sort of made me think of a nice rainy day and the rain falling really beautifully. So I started to draw rain because I guess that's what the music reminded me of. Then I think the next one was like a party again, and I just wanted to celebrate and dance. So I did some swirls. After that was a sort of a slow song, and it felt like the musician was taking me on a bit of a journey. And so I sort of just started to draw a bit of a line like I was going for a walk around the paper. And then the last one was so happy that I just sort of had a bit of fun with some zigzags all around and drew some interesting sort of lines to show that one. So I really hope that your artwork actually doesn't look anything like mine. Please feel free to rewind and have a go on your own and really listen to the music that is in that 3.5 minute sequence and see what comes to your mind when you hear the different tempos and different speeds and energy of the music. What I'm going to do now is sort of fill my page with some of the lines by repeating them. Any spaces that weren't really used, I'm just going to fill them in to sort of complete my abstract picture and add some more detail with some extra sort of shapes and lines now that the music is finished. So feel free to add some more detail to your artwork. Wonderful. Now that you've added some more detail, I encourage you to put some more music on, some music of your choice. and have a go at adding some colour to your interesting sort of abstract, liney kind of artwork. It might go this way, it might go that way now. You can turn it upside down, turn it all around. Remember, art doesn't necessarily need to be of anything, and today we explored sound and put it into a visual, which is a really empowering and creative thing to do. So rather than just throw it out, let's turn it into something really awesome. So I'm just going to use some colouring pencils. You can use honestly whatever you have, just to add some colour and sort of emphasize each section with different colours. Maybe you can try to consider what colours might match each of the music if you remember it. So for example, the sort of slower raindrop one makes me think of sort of a sad song, so I might use blue to accentuate that. You might have seen those really detailed colouring books that you can get from the shops or in magazines, and I'd love for you to sort of treat this as something like that. So when you're colouring in, you know, don't just rush it or whatever. Have a go at blending some colours. That means sort of colouring one colour over the top of each other, you know, staying within certain lines, pushing hard to create some tone, and create a really interesting abstract artwork with your colour as well. So I'm just sitting outside with my puppy dogs on this sunny winter's day here in Melbourne, just doing a bit of colouring for my music artwork. Love it. Hey Taylor. You say hi? Kind of in the way there, Murph. Oh, sorry. So notice in the corners I'm pressing that little bit harder, putting a bit more pressure just there to add a bit of tonal interest when I'm colouring. You don't need to press really hard when colouring. I'm actually pressing quite lightly for the rest. And that means that not only does your hand not hurt too much when you're drawing, but also you can give sort of different bits of shadow, like I'm doing there, pressing a bit harder now, and a little bit lighter too. So you can see that it gives the artwork a little bit of a 3D look. It's amazing to think that this whole artwork was inspired by listening to some music. Final details, and then yay, I think I'm done.
So it's as simple as that. Thanks so much for joining me today, and I really hope you enjoyed the process of creating and using music to influence your art today. Please feel free, music teachers, to use this lesson to integrate two subjects today. Thanks again for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll catch you next time.
This entire artwork was inspired by music. Fast music, slow music, loud music, uplifting music,